5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to Hero Power, the show where two ridiculously good-looking nerds and one smart guy talk about Hearthstone. And as you can see, one of those ridiculously good-looking nerds is not here tonight. Avanties is off, moving into his new house. Not one of his new houses, his new house. And as you guys can see, up in the top center, the other ridiculously good-looking nerd of the group is joining us tonight. Zerotio, how was your week?
Oh, I wish I was back at DreamHack, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. The season ended. I'm excited to start up August and all the new things that are happening.
Awesome.
But I'm doing good.
Good deal. And we are joined tonight by special guest. Wait a minute. I see two names in that.
Special? Yep.
I see two names in that little.
Yep. I'm the good-looking one. They needed, yeah. Like the hair. I know it. All right, dude. Just relax.
We have special guest.
I'm here.
Ronnie and MetalDan with us tonight. Thanks for coming in.
I'll try and keep him. Are we live? Did we make it? Did I take off? Dude, it's fine. Relax. Okay. Yeah. Hey, everybody.
I love it. All right. Thank you.
For our audio listeners
I think
out there.
He probably believes we're at like a real show like he's used to. So I'll try and keep him under control. But yeah.
For our audio listeners, we have MetalDan from Hearth Coach and some random roadie, Ronnie.
Yes.
MetalDan's kind of live-in roadie.
Yeah.
He showed up
It's not like he has dirt on me or anything, and I got to give him a place to stay or nothing like that. No, not at all.
All right, so as you guys, like I said before, you can see Avanties is not here. I will be your host. I am Virsica. I'm the smart guy, and I will be here for the next 2 weeks to, I guess, push the show along. So I apologize up front if there's any audio issues. The program that we normally use to record the show is locked into Avanti's computer, so I'm using a different program, and we have tried to input as much of the show into this program as possible, but some of it may not come across exactly the way we want it to, so just bear with us, and hopefully it's going to be a good show.
I hope.
So Zerotio and I were talking last night, and we were talking about how nervous we were going to be and how many panic attacks we were going to have between the two of us trying to get this thing up and going. So much so that we actually fired up this program and started our Skype call at 6:30. So we've been nervously talking for an hour trying to get this thing situated. And then poor Dan comes in at 7 o'clock, and he's just like, what have I gotten into?
No, it's all good, man. I'm glad to be here. I was glad I could fill in, and I'll try and fill in admirably.
Yeah, Dan's been busy this week. He did a live episode of Hearth Coach last night with special guest Dr. Jikaninki.
Yes, and it was
a good friend of our show.
It was a real good episode. I learned a lot. Some stuff I will be using in my play in the future. So check it out. It was very, very educational. One of our better episodes, I think.
Yeah. Dr. J just knows his stuff. He's a great person to learn from.
Dropped some knowledge.
He really does, and one of the things that I have come to realize is that the pros just seem to think on a different level than us lowly average ladder climbers. And when they take the time to depart some knowledge upon you, you kind of have to stop for a second and think, wow, why didn't I think of that? It's like
Sure.
Oh, I know. Like
It seems like it should be
one thing
common
that,
sense, you know?
like the one thing I really liked that he said is after every loss, he just goes, "Well, that was my fault," and either like just go back and analyze it, and just then carries on to the next game.
Yeah, that
And
that was something that stood out to me too. Is it? I think his exact wording was always take responsibility for everything you do in game, especially the losses. If you say, "Oh, I got bad RNG," or my opponent got lucky, then you're not going to learn to get better from that game. And that was just really really cool.
It really was. All right, so before we get into the night show, Zerotio, tell us a little bit about our friends over at Viforce.
So obviously, I've talked about my Viforce computer, and we took it down to DreamHack and the custom paint I have. Well, I had a revelation the other day. The other day, I had to move things around, and I'm picking up my computer, and I'm moving them, I'm shifting them. Then it kind of dawned on me, my Viforce computer survived the travel to come get to my house. It survived the travel all the way down to DreamHack, back from DreamHack. It it has moved around multiple times in my house. I might have dropped it a little bit here and there trying to move things around. It is an extremely durable piece of equipment. Now, that's usually says a lot about the hardware. Obviously, the hardware is designed to withstand a lot of time, but obviously, the guys at Viforce took precious time to make sure all the components were installed properly, securely, and there's nothing going to come loose from just a little bit of jostling around like normal everyday use or having to move. If you're moving to a new house like Avanties or anything like that, it's going to survive that kind of stuff. A lot of people are really tender with their desktop computers. They don't even want to shift them or move them because they're worried something's going to come loose inside. That's not the case with the Viforce computer. I love mine. If you want to go get your quote, go over to ViforceGaming.com. Or, of course, you can go to HeroPowerHS.com and click on the Viforce link. It'll take you right there.
Awesome.
Yep, excellent.
All right, so we do not have any new iTunes reviews or emails. And guys,
Oh, my beard's looking tasty.
Yep, he's looking to eat that beard. So one of my coworkers asked me, he's like, "Why do you guys always ask for iTunes reviews?" So iTunes reviews help us move up the rankings in iTunes. The more iTunes reviews you have, the better iTunes reviews you have. Helps you move up the list of available Hearthstone podcasts. So let's say that you go to iTunes and you look up Hearthstone podcasts. It's going to show you those podcasts by rank. So if you like the show and you like to listen to the show, it just helps us reach new listeners because it pushes us up the rank. So I think we're still sitting somewhere around the mid-teens.
Yeah, we bounce between 12 and 15 most of the time. But I'd love to get into the top 10. And it's not just a matter of giving a 5-star review. It actually weighs heavier if you actually write a review.
Right. So I was going to say, yes, those written reviews are the most helpful, best thing any listener can do for any podcast that you like.
Exactly.
So I'm not above begging. So I'm going to beg you for your written iTunes
None of
reviews.
us are.
If you like the show and you really want to help us out, please log in to whatever podcast application that you listen to us from and write a review. iTunes, of course, is sort of like the gold standard. So if you can, that'd help a lot.
Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Just the act of going in and just writing out a sentence or two. Hey, really like this show. It's whatever, and that's all it really takes.
You know what? Be honest. I can take constructive criticism.
Yep.
Yeah. We've gotten some great constructive criticism in ours.
But I mean, let's be honest. Who else is going to deliver all this awesome Hearthstone news with that touch of Southern drawl that just makes everybody just want to listen, right?
Yeah. You don't get any news on Hearth Coach.
Okay. A little quiet. Yeah. Hey guys. I know that, so there's a couple of things going on. Number one, we're using OBS instead of XSplit. So I actually have my mic turned all the way up. It is as high as OBS will let me go, and there's nothing else that I can do about it. So I apologize if I'm a little quiet. The other thing is some of the transitions that you're used to seeing may or may not work properly. Once again, I apologize up front.
We'll work on
Yeah.
patching that up for next week.
Yeah, we'll see if we can't get it trimmed out.
So
I know how
speaking,
fun trying to work stuff like that is, and
speaking of next week, release dates.
Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to do into this week's show is talk about the release dates for the new expansion. A couple of weeks ago, we made predictions. Do you remember that show?
Yes, I do.
All right, do you remember what your prediction was?
I remember what it was. Yes, I know I'm wrong because it was a wishful prediction.
Okay, so what was your prediction?
Well, it was before DreamHack.
Right. So what was your prediction?
That was the 20th or whatever. That it was in the end of July, which
No.
obviously is not the case.
Actually, no. Your prediction, sir, was August the 3rd.
Oh, you took my realistic prediction,
I took
not
the
my
realistic
hopeful prediction.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I did say August 3rd, which
Is tomorrow.
would be tomorrow.
And we're not getting it tomorrow. Right.
I mean, it could still happen,
Okay.
technically.
Technically.
It's not going to.
Mathematically, you have not been eliminated yet, sir. But
That's right.
But I'm going to give you a second chance, but it comes at a cost. Are you ready to hear the cost?
No.
Okay,
but
so
you're gonna hear
Oh,
it.
goodness.
so I will give you a second chance to make a prediction. But you
Okay.
got to go head to head against me. And there's a bet
What's-
involved.
What is it?
Okay. So we will get the chance to redo our predictions, make a second prediction if you will. The loser of that prediction, like if you do not get it, then when you live stream the opening of your packs on release day, every legendary that the other person gets, you have to take a shot of one of three substances. It can either be Texas Pete hot sauce,
What?
maple syrup, or honey.
You're just dying to get me to take shots of maple syrup. That's all this is about.
So, you have to do it on camera while you're watching the other person do their pack opening. So, when you do your pack openings, you'll have two windows open. You have your window where you're opening your packs, and then you'll have another little Skype window up at the top that's me. And if I'm wrong, every time you open a legendary out of your packs, I have to take a shot of one of those three substances. What do you think? You want to go head to head against me?
I'm cool with it. What was the third substance? I missed it.
Okay, so it's either honey, maple
Honey, okay.
syrup, or Texas Pete barbecue sauce, or Texas Pete hot sauce.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I mean, we'd have to schedule something out because I don't want to wait too long to open my packs just to wait for you to get home and have to open my packs, you know?
What are you trying to say? That I'm a slowpoke?
I'm trying to say I plan to leave early on Thursday and come home from work to open my packs.
Fair enough.
Next Thursday on the 10th,
Fair enough.
which is when it's going to release.
Next Thursday on the 10th.
That's my prediction.
That is your prediction.
Yep, with the information that has came out and everything else, I say the 10th. At the rate they're releasing cards and the Frost festival was pretty much going to be 3 weeks long, and this is the third week, so that ends next Wednesday. So I say the 10th.
Sounds like a reasonably safe bet.
That's my guess. Are you saying the 10th as well?
No. I'll go head to head against you. I will say the 17th. Just to make it interesting.
The 17th.
Yep.
That's the following Thursday.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the two. It's kind of a coin cost.
The reason I don't think it's going to be the 17th is because, if I'm not mistaken, Hearthstone Global Games finale is being held on the 25th through 27th that weekend. And I think they want to give them more than a week.
So you're going head to head against me then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys heard it here. You heard it here first. If it is the 10th, then I will take.
But see,
I will
this isn't
take my
fair,
punishment.
because you and Avanties open lots of legendaries. You only have to take like a couple shots.
No. Last time, both you and Avanties opened more legendaries than me. In the same number of packs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay.
So we just made it interesting.
Yeah. All right, fine. Yeah,
Okay.
the 10th is my prediction.
Okay, so the 10th is your prediction, 17th is mine. So whichever one of us is wrong will show up on the other person's opening stream, and we'll take our punishment.
So, what do you think, Dan? When do you think they'll release the next set?
I have to, calling it on the 10th kind of falls in line with when the special event ends and everything. I don't see them leaving us hanging for another week after that. And they've gone through I'm not sure how many, they have gone through a fair amount of cards. So previewing the rest of them by the 10th wouldn't be that much of a problem. I don't remember which set, but I remember they dropped, a majority of them one time, like just a day or two before release. So
yeah.
It's my understanding that the final card reveals will be done on stream Friday. Is that not right?
I haven't heard an official on that. I know this is supposed to be Hero Week. I do know that they've released just over half the cards already this week. Or as of today, they've broken the seven. I think they're right around 70, and it's a 135 card set. So I don't know. I would have expected to hear something by now of a date. It could be that they're still wrapping up a few cards and balancing. I haven't checked because I don't have an Android device. I haven't checked the Amazon coin store. I know Amazon does the Amazon coins at like a special rate for buying packs of a new set.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can find out through the Amazon store when the expiration date of that is, that usually lines up with the release date. But I haven't heard anybody say anything about that yet, and I don't have access to an Amazon coins a device that has that sale.
Fair enough. So what I didn't tell you about our bet is that if we're both wrong, then we both have to show up on the other person's stream, and we both have to.
Oh, no. I really don't think
it's going to be one of those.
Because if they said August and they did it the very last Thursday in August, it's almost.
Well, when you look at
that.
your packs, it says mid-August.
It does say mid-August, so we know that it's not going to be the 24th.
So it won't be late.
I mean, the 10th and the 17th. I mean, if it's.
Yeah. So to give
both
Avanties
could be
props, his original prediction was the 10th. Your original prediction was the 3rd. We know that you're wrong. My original prediction was the 24th. We know that I'm wrong. So it's going to be either the 10th or the 17th. So watch it end up being like the 20th or something, and we both end up having to do this. That's all right. So what does Ronnie? Where you at, Ronnie?
Ronnie? Oh, I'm sure he's around here someplace.
Ronnie. Call
Does
him.
Ronnie even know what Hearthstone is?
Wake up! Oh, yeah. No, I'm sleeping.
Okay. Hey, Ronnie, when do you think it's going to drop?
I think it's going to drop right between, dude. No. I don't think we want to know what Ronnie thinks about when or where it might drop.
Fair
It
enough.
could be dangerous.
Fair enough.
I don't even know if he knows what's dropping.
He doesn't.
Okay.
He probably doesn't. He just, anything to try and crack a dirty joke. So we'll have to. I'll keep that in line, hopefully.
All right. So, in other news, the HCT Summer Playoff venues have been announced. So that.
Oh yeah.
This is sort of big news. Now there's only 6 locations in the U.S. So that's not a lot of places to choose from, but we actually want to talk about 2 locations in particular. The first one being in Atlanta, Georgia, at Battle and Brew. Congrats!
Yes.
Right? We just
Our
went to
friend
Battle
Bunny
and Brew.
down there.
We just went to hang out there. Dan. We met you there.
Oh,
What did you
yeah,
think of Battle
that's
and
right.
Brew?
That was a cool place.
Yep, I think that's
I liked it.
I think that's an awesome place to have playoffs.
Well, it's designed for these types of things, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. And
So-
and one thing, and I talked to Bunny, who talked about the possibility of possibly having I'm going to say possible 100 times, a playoff in their venue. And I know the holdup in the past has been that technically Battle and Brew is a bar and so forth and so on, and age limitations. But for the case of the playoffs, they can do it during time frames that it's during certain time frames they let families in there. So they have worked out the scheduling and talked to the management there and worked out a way to have the actual event there, and it's really cool. I'm glad they were able to do it. I love the place. I mean, you walk in there and there's literally like circular tables with just computers all over the place, and consoles and sitting areas and tabletop areas. And this is the type of place, if you're going to have it at a drinking establishment, that it really needs to be done at. I mean, I don't want to knock the whole Buffalo Wild Wings thing, but I don't think it worked out as well as they wanted it to.
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't hear about a whole lot of people showing up at those places.
All right, so if you were in the Southeast and you were qualifying for this event, you really only, just judging from what I'm seeing, there's really only two options. And that is you want to either go to Atlanta, or they have one in Austin, Texas at Nerd Stock Gaming Center. So that's if you're in the South. If you're up north, our own Avanties is going to be at the
Boston,
Gamepad
Massachusetts.
in Boston, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I believe so.
That's nice.
That we'll have to confirm with him later to make sure, but
It's the place is called the Gamepad in Boston, Massachusetts. Now the Americas dates are going to be September the 16th and 17th for the Americas. So if you're up in the Boston area and you want to watch some great Hearthstone being played at the playoffs, go over to the Gamepad in Boston, Massachusetts, and make sure to say hi and punch Avanties in the gut for us.
Sweet. Yeah. I take pictures. I want to see that happen. Video. High def. 1080p.
Don't say that, man. It's
1080p.
Boston. You might get somebody to actually do that.
Yeah,
Well, that's what we're counting on. Come on. No, seriously. So the other locations are Mission Viejo, California, Kansas City, Missouri, and Salt Lake City, Utah. And you can actually go to battle.net Hearthstone and check that out. It also gives you what it takes to qualify, the format, all that good stuff. So log over there and check it out. So moving right along, we're going to try to make this short and sweet, because without Avanties here to rein Zerotio and I in, we could talk all night.
It's true.
Oh.
So we're trying to stay. We're trying
Then
not
why
to.
on earth did you guys invite me along?
Well, that's kind of the point. See, Avanties
I'm
there
known
won't be
for just totally derailing everything and stretching it out and taking things. Anyway,
exactly. See, Avanties
try
didn't
not
want
to
me
do that.
sitting in his seat either, but I did it anyway.
That's right. He's sitting in his seat.
I'm sitting
That's
in
so
Avanties'
funny.
seat. If you hadn't noticed, I'm not in my normal box. So, anyway.
That's right.
So pack openings. So did you guys happen to get in on all the hoopla about the bug with the pack opening? I guess it was not before last.
Well, first off, before we talk about Paco, let's talk about what we're talking about. They've made a patch change. They put out a patch, I think it was yesterday, that made the new pack opening changes, where you don't get you won't get a duplicate legendary, and it increased your chance of getting a legendary in sets you haven't opened before. It also made it so you can buy wild packs on the store. But what Virsica is talking about is there was a bug in the pack openings that pretty much gave everybody legendaries within the first 10 packs. But they fixed it rather quickly. Now I opened mine immediately after it came loose. Now I didn't have that many packs. I think I had 8 standard and like 3 Ungoro to open. But my very first standard pack, I got a legendary. So that might be part of the bug. I did get a high quantity of epics, and I don't think I got any packs that were just 1 rare and 4 commons, except for one time. I don't know if that was a change they made or not, and I don't know. I haven't opened any packs since the bug has been fixed.
Okay, so that bug wouldn't have been in effect when we were watching Fred open his packs last night?
No, they fixed it by then.
Okay. I thought for sure Zerotio might start twitching when I mentioned that, but...
Well, we'll not talk about that.
Okay.
It gave me a complex seeing 22,000 dust available, and he won't do it. Anyways, Virsica, did you open any packs?
I did not. I was actually asleep by the time that this hit, and so I missed out on all the fun. I've not opened any packs since it went live, so I'll open a pack at the end of the show, maybe, if I can figure out how to get the transition up.
I mean, it's working.
So, and so just to talk to Chris in chat, the reason Avanties is actually going to Boston is because he's going to be helping admin the event. So that's why he's heading up to Boston instead of going to Atlanta. And just once again a reminder, I'm actually locked out of both of the Twitch accounts, so I'm not going to be able to interact in chat. So if you ask a question, please be patient. We'll work in the answer as soon as we get a word in edgewise. Because like I said,
and
we all like to talk. So.
And to follow up on that question from Chris, the main reason why he wouldn't go to Atlanta is Bunny is the Atlanta representative innkeeper, and they really don't need 2 innkeepers at one event. So they contacted Avanties and asked him if he'd be willing to travel, of course under their expense, travel outside of his region for any events. They didn't tell him exactly where, and then it looks as if the Boston, Massachusetts area needed an innkeeper up in that area, and he said yes.
Nice.
It's an awesome opportunity. I mean, do anything for Blizzard, and to put that on your resume is just amazing.
Oh yeah, always good, and we're happy for Avanties. We give him a lot of crap, but he's really done well with the innkeeping. The innkeeping really in all of East Tennessee. He's reached out. He started up a community in Chattanooga. We're looking at doing some stuff in Nashville and the Tri-Cities. So, for him, this is sort of his baby. And he planted this tree. It started to grow fruit, and now he's getting to travel around the U.S. and do innkeeper things. And we're really happy for him. And he doesn't get to take any more days off after this is done, because let's just go ahead and say that he actually does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and we don't often give him enough credit. But just trying to get this show together this week, and all the stress and stuff, and knowing that when I'm done I've got to get this stuff ready for him to post edit is like giving me an ulcer. So
yeah, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't want that at all. So, have you guys done the Tavern Brawl at all this week?
I have.
Yes.
So tell me, what did you think about it, Dan?
Let me see. I played it. I'm trying to remember. I played it once or twice. I played it once at work on my phone. It didn't go so well. I'm trying to remember which character I won with. It seems like one might have been a little bit better than the other one.
I think the characters are random, right? So I guess we should probably tell people what we're talking about first.
So the Tavern Brawl is called Battle for the Crater. What's more powerful, Dinosaur Strength or Elemental Fury? Take control of a random deck and a hero for a Rager in Ungoro Crater. Now, what this means is basically you're going to get a random class. And I played this multiple times, and I think I only got Warrior twice, but it goes through all the classes. And then you're going to get a random deck but it's either going to be themed elemental or it's going to be themed the beast, the dinosaur type beasts.
Yeah.
And it's really neat to see how elementals and beast work in different classes other than the ones they've been played in customarily.
Yeah, I played. It was played a rogue, and I won with the dinosaur deck. That was cool.
It's crazy. Yeah, my first game I played as a warlock with beasts. It did not go so well. But actually was beaten by a druid who ended up killing me with murlocs. I didn't see any elementals in his deck at all, like no elemental synergy or anything that I could see. But
Wow.
he certainly ran my face over with murlocs. And then the second game, I got shaman, and I knew from the moment I had the shaman portrait that the guy was doomed. So that was a fairly easy win. I think he conceded on turn 5.
Have you guys?
I got warrior with beasts twice, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't realize how much fun those dinosaurs in with warrior works out. But I also got elemental priest, and while I never saw Lyra, I did have an elemental priest against me that played Lyra, and it was pretty neat. I'm not sure how they did it, if they have like a set number of cards that are neutral and whatnot that will go in there, and then the rest are random, or if it's just weighted more, because it looks like there were quite a few class beasts and class elementals that were put in the various decks. So it's kind of neat that they have this algorithm. I'm hoping they're using this for possible other content that comes out in the future, where you can maybe you and your opponent both play like a random style deck. That would really be neat for more than just a tavern brawl.
Cool. Have you guys tried your arena run yet?
Yes, I actually did mine just before the show, and what Dan's talking about is right now they're doing the Frost Festival, which is allowing you one free arena run they give you a free win, so you kind of get better rewards. And I actually had a pretty good run with Hunter and got 8 wins.
Nice.
And so I got a pretty good reward. I got a golden rare. It's one of the paladin rares, golden rare, in my winning. So that's some good dust there.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I was playing earlier too. I'm up to 4 wins, so I guess I got 3 so far on my own. So I'm at 4-1.
That's cool.
I'll finish that out later.
So you guys want to hear about mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
It sounds like you don't really want to talk about it.
So my first arena run, I went up 3-1. I was feeling pretty good about it, and then 2 straight disconnects, and popped me out, right? But I'd already gone into my next week, so I had another free arena run right behind it. So I queued into it, dropped 3 straight.
Wow.
Never even got to turn 5. I was disconnected before turn 5 each time and went 0-3 in my second one. So I am a little frustrated with it at the moment.
Well, I've learned a little bit of a pattern is with these free runs, there's a lot more people playing arena that normally.
Is that what it is?
So I'm finding myself going 3-0 and sometimes even 4-0 pretty quick. But then once I'm getting past those players that are just going 0-3 and getting out, and I'm faced against players that have more than 3 wins, then I'm starting to see people that know how to play an arena. So usually I'll lose the next 2, and then it kind of balances out again, and I'll win a few after that. So it's often that I win 2, lose 2, and then I'll win a few more before my last one. So every week I've gotten, the first week I got 7 wins. Last week I got 9 wins, and this week I got 8 wins. So that's not too bad.
No, not bad at all.
No, not at all.
All right, so let's see. Do we have one more week of these, the free arena runs, or does that end?
They haven't officially said how long it's going to be, but there was some data mined information that stated it was going to be a 3-week long event, and this is the 3rd week,
right?
Which leads me to believe they're going to either Maybe they'll do another week of a separate promotion and then release on the 17th, but I think they're going to release on the 10th. And I think we'll probably hear the exact date of the 10th probably this Friday.
Well, do they usually do a like a repeat Tavern Brawl? I don't remember seeing this week's Tavern Brawl before.
No, it's never been done before officially. There has been one where it gives you a random. I think there was one that gave you a random class and random cards.
Right.
But never themed deck, which in this case was themed with elementals and beasts. So it's kind of a mix with an existing one, but it is unique.
I had a good time with it, even though I saw more Murlocs than elementals on my opponent's side. All right, so
Merelementals. Merelementals?
Oh, I was wondering if they would count as beasts.
Merelementals.
Elementals?
Murlocalypse.
Sorry, the deck this week. Are we?
Okay.
Is there anything else we want to talk about before we go on to the deck this week?
It was sort of a light news section. Now I have been asked about card reveals or like our card,
yes.
Our I guess take on the cards, our opinions
yes.
on the cards, and we really want to review the whole set once it comes out. So expect that episode to be long.
And we may break that.
That
up
might be a two-parter there.
Yeah.
Depends on how much of it you want to review.
We haven't talked to Avanties about it yet, but we're probably not going to do a regular Hero Power episode. It's probably going to be a special episode that we put out, likely just for our YouTube viewers, or we might do an audio portion. We haven't hashed that out, but we'll probably do a special episode in addition to our normal weekly episode when we do the reviews. That's usually how we like to. We don't like to eat up our normal showtime with reviews.
Right, and we'd actually talked about this before after Ungoro and never really revisited. And then with all the house buying stuff and vacations and so on and so forth, it's kind of been hard to sit down and talk about it. So that was the last that I heard. That was the plan, and so hopefully we'll still get in and take care of that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this week's deck list. Get it to come up. There we go. All right, so while Avanties is away, the kids will play. We decided that with the new set coming up and the meta kind of being set, there wasn't a lot of movement. We've really addressed most of the meta decks at this point, so we thought that we would bring one up that we kind of wanted to try but hadn't really given a shot. And so when I started thinking about what decks I wish that we had seen but hadn't really seen yet, I kind of thought of Mage and Warlock, but I didn't want to send Zerotio into. I didn't want to put Zerotio in a corner. Nobody puts Zerotio in a corner.
That's right.
So I sent Zerotio a text. I'm like, hey, play a deck that you want to play. It could be a crazy deck or whatever. And I was just like, there's a chance we may have a sock puppet on the show, and
with opinions.
With opinions, and so I thought maybe, possibly, you could play something a little crazy. And you took 3 minutes and came back with a deck. So I'm not going to say you already had this in mind, but I'm going to say you already had this in mind.
When I started podcasting and guesting on podcasts and doing this show, I never thought the words "we might have a sock puppet on the show" would ever be involved in anything that I was doing.
You got something against sock puppets or something?
Yeah, my foot.
Oh, I've been there before, buddy. That's not a pleasant thing.
You live to tell about it. I'm impressed.
I can tell by your breath. Anyways, the deck this week is a deck I saw Brian Kibler. This is credited to Brian Kibler. It's a Discard Warlock. Now, customarily, Discard Warlocks are more zoo heavy, zoo style. And he's kind of taken a different change on it and made it more mid-rangey to control-y. So I'll go ahead and just run down the list of cards here, and then we'll talk about it. It's got 1 Lakari Sacrifice, which of course is the quest, 2 Malkazar's Imp, 2 Mistress of Mixtures, 2 Soulfires, 2 Corrupting Mist, 2 Darkshire Librarian, 2 Earthen Ring Farseer, a Gluttonous Ooze, 2 Silverware Golem, a Stonehill Defender, 2 Tar Creeper, 2 Lakari Fellhounds, 2 Doomguard, Elise the Trailblazer, 2 Siphon Soul, 2 Twisting Nether, Lord Jaraxxus, and Deathwing.
I think we need to be playing Black Sabbath while we play this deck.
I think you're right.
So, you sent the deck list. How much have you played it?
I've gotten 10 games in with it, and I am 5-5.
5
so I
and
am
5.
I'm hashing right at 50%. And there is a bit of a learning curve with it because you kind of have to stall some things out, and it is kind of draw dependent. If you draw a bunch of your discards and you're discarding your discard effects, that's no bueno. You don't want that to happen.
Yes.
So,
Dan, have you played anything like this before?
Oh, no. No, I haven't.
Well,
I was trying to see if there was anything kind of comparison to the deck I took to DreamHack, and no, this is nothing like my DreamHack deck. And I love Warlock. It's, one of my favorite classes after Paladin, but no, I haven't even tried. I don't have the Warlock quest, so I haven't even tried doing anything like this. This is going to be interesting. Suffer. One word, suffer.
So the Warlock quest is actually the legendary that I received the most of in this expansion, and the one that I have actually played the least. I actually have at least one deck built around all the other quests except for this one. So I built this one, and I played it a couple of times, and for the first time in 92 episodes, I am coming into a deck that we're featuring on the show with a losing record. So far, I am 2-6 with this deck.
it is a tough deck, and in the aggro meta, it's really hard.
Yeah, I imagine.
I played it right before the season ended, and it was rough. But I've played it just after, and more people are playing Control right now, and it's doing okay. We're just gonna have to roll the dice and see where we go with it.
Yeah, actually, the game that I had the most fun with coming up was I actually went up against a quest hunter. I'm like, oh, 2 inept quests versus each other. This will be fun. Let's see what happens.
It's funny because I actually got this. I had a matchup against a quest shaman and tore him up. Just ate him to pieces. Nice.
All right, so let's say that some of the listeners at home may not have. This deck is kind of built around the Warlock quest, so you kind of need to have that. But let's say that they don't have Deathwing, or let's say that they don't have Elise the Trailblazer. What are you going to put in for those 2 cards?
Elise is kind of, you put in any tech card if you feel you're facing a lot of weapon hate or weapon classes.
Mm-hmm.
Then you could probably run some oozes, or if you have Harrison in its place. You kind of would like to have a beefy 5-drop in that slot that techs well, where Elise isn't necessarily. It's kind of a tech card in the fact that it gives you 5 more cards, so it techs against the longer game. As for Deathwing, you could probably put a Primordial Drake or anything that has a massive clear. The Cayman Angaro, the Infernal that does 3 damage to everything, that might work. But if you have Deathwing, you definitely want to try to play him because he does fulfill a discard.
Right.
The kind of discard qualification. He might get you that last discard you need, and he's even better after you've completed the quest because you can clear the entire board, and you'll have Deathwing out, and then your Nether portal will spawn you 2/3/2 imps. So not only Well, you have Deathwing, you'll have 2 other minions that are 3/2 statted. So he's just really wonderful.
So hard for your opponent to get board control back at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you could possibly put in a Doom instead of a Deathwing, because that would satisfy filling your hand back up after discards and wiping the board while you have the Nether portal out. That might work too. Yeah, there's a lot of options. I mean, this pretty much put in whatever you're comfortable with.
Awesome. All right, well, I'm excited to watch you play this deck and see where I was going wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and take us over to last thoughts, and I want to start with Dan.
Okay, so some last thoughts. Well, first, thanks for having me on. This has been fun. Hey, don't forget about me. I know. Just last. You don't have the last thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. No, I'm excited for this new set to be coming out. This is looking like it's going to be a nice addition to what we already have. I don't know if it's going to push any more of these quests over the top or make them any better yet. There seems like there's some possibilities. I'll have to see what the rest of the cards look like coming out. I'm excited for this next month. Starting out here, I'm going to knock out my Golden Druid soon. I think I need like 8 more wins. And yeah, still shooting for that legend, but looking forward for the for what's to come with the new set, and who knows, maybe they'll announce another DreamHack round here someday in the future. You never know.
That would be great.
But yeah, no, the future looks pretty bright. I like it.
Before we move on to my last thoughts, let everybody know where they can find you and Hearth Coach and
just
your content.
Yeah, just go over to your podcast curator of choice and type in Hearth Coach. We'll come up. Hearthcoach.net's the website. You can find any other pertinent information you want over there. We got a nice battle tag exchange going on. If you need friends for your friends list, go on over there. So,
okay. Froze up there
go
for
ahead.
a second.
Oh, okay.
Keep
You're
going.
still good?
Yep. You're
All
good.
right. Now, no, and that'll pretty much cover it. If you go on over to hearthcoach.net, you can download episodes there if you want and listen to them, or just find out any contact information, stuff like that. It's all over there.
Yeah, I definitely want to implore people to go to hearthcoach.net. You can check out the Battle Tag Exchange to get more friends. I'm on there. They have the that happens over there where people have submitted those. And
we haven't had any of those come in lately. We could use some of those. They
have the Hall of Legends if you've ever gotten Legend, and you want to credit Hearth Coach to helping you, they'll put you up on their website. And they also have a Wall of Champions, which I am a member of. So definitely go check that out.
Yeah, all of our tournament winners.
Yeah. As for my last thoughts, I'm just really excited for the new set to come out. Seeing some of these cards, there's not a lot that are definitely saying the new tournament meta or competitive legend grind cards that are going to push you to that right away. But I'm seeing a lot of good flavor. I know I'm excited to make quite a few different types of decks with some of the cards I've seen. They finally did reveal a Murloc in the Shaman class, which Shaman's also getting freeze effects, so I can't wait to make my frozen fish sticks deck. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just really excited to see where Hearthstone is going to be at in the next couple months. A lot of esports coming up, and just hold on to your pants, man. It's going to be fun.
The Death Knight stuff looks cool.
Oh yeah.
Know how effective it'll be, but it looks fun.
All right.
We'll see.
So we have a lot of news and stuff coming out over the course of the next 2 weeks. And so where can people find you? We're going to talk about where they can find the podcast, but Zerotio, you have your own Twitter account and you post some good stuff. Where can people find you on Twitter?
I can be found over at Zerotio HS on Twitter, and I do have my own stream. I've not been actively streaming it. We're trying to do most of our streaming on ECMMO now that we've been affiliated. So I'm going to start trying to get a stream schedule with the fall season coming and my schedule opening up. And you can find that at the ECMMO Gamers Twitch channel. And that's pretty much it for me.
All right. So my last thoughts. So this past Monday, actually, I went out on the lake to celebrate a friend of mine's 45th birthday with him, and I learned that he is actually slowly going blind. One of the things that he always does is it seems like he's constantly outdoors, he's constantly hiking, and so we're sitting in the cove, and he's telling me that he thinks this will be the last birthday that he will ever actually see. And it kind of got me thinking. We started talking back and forth, and he's just like, you know what? He goes, I hear people complain all the time, but I'm just thankful for every day that I wake up and can still see anything. He's like, so this next year I'm going to take every single moment for what it's worth. And so I got to work this morning. I was running a little behind. I had an errand to run, so I had to go back out to my car, and he's sitting outside on the picnic table watching the sun come up. Like, everybody else is inside, everybody's frantic, getting their lines and stuff together, and he's outside watching the sunrise. He's making time. He's making the effort, and he's treating this life as an adventure because he knows in his mind he has an odometer before his life changes completely. So I'd like to just encourage everybody, usually things aren't as bad as they seem. Take each day at a time, treat it as the adventure that life is, and be thankful for all that you have and all that you get to enjoy. And this is an exciting time for Hearthstone as well. So I know right now the meta is rough. I know for a lot of people it's not been a good meta. For some people it's been a great meta. But we get a shift coming. And be thankful that you get to play Hearthstone. Be thankful that it's available to you in all the different formats that it's available to you on. And just have fun playing the game. Enjoy it for what it is. So, where you can find me at Virsica Gaming on Twitter. Like Zerotio said, we're going to be trying to stream all of our streams on ECMMO Gamers for Twitch, so we won't worry about my Twitch channel at the moment. And I guess with that, we're going to go ahead and end the audio portion. If you're joining us on Twitch or YouTube, stay tuned for the live portion of our show. If you're listening via the audio podcast, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Remember that you can follow the show on Twitter at HeroPower_cast, and you can find all of our past episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/ECMMOGamers. If you enjoy the show, you can help support and improve it by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/HeroPower. You can also write us an iTunes review. We talked about at the beginning of the show. That helps us get further up the list and helps us reach more people. So please do that if you can find a few moments of your time. Thank you guys for joining us, and I know it was a little rough at the beginning, but hopefully we leveled out there towards the end. And we'll see you again next week.
Don't forget to use your hero power.
Good luck getting the legend.
Nice.
All right, moving over to the play portion. So while we are getting set up, Zerotio, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Viforce?
And while you're doing that, I'm getting some water. Be right back.
That sounds good to me. Again, we've talked about where you can get information on getting your Viforce computer. And I know a lot of people will tell you, I went over to ViforceGaming.com and I got my quote, and I'm really happy with the price based on the parts I wanted, but I just don't have the money. I'm saving up money for this or that, or money's been tight and I can only really, do it in small chunks. I wish there was a way I had a payment plan. Well, there is. If you get your quote from Viforce Gaming and let them know you want to get yours financed, they'll send you a link, and it's through PayPal Credit. And you just apply. It's real quick. It took me about 10 minutes to find out if I was approved or not, and I was. And immediately it's paid for, and you don't have to pay. You just pay it off whenever you can. And as long as you pay it off within 6 months, and they give you a real good breakdown of the pay date and suggested monthly payments through PayPal Credit, as long as you pay it off in 6 months, there is no interest. So it's pretty much just like paying it off over 6 months and, paying a friend to make your computer, because the guys over of Viforce Gaming over ViforceGaming.com are like just gaming friends that will hook you up with a great rig. They're just really good guys. Make sure to check them out, or you can go to HeroPowerHS.com and click on the Viforce link and take you right there.
All right. So let's take this discard lock for a spin.
Okay, this is either gonna be a lot of fun or total train wreck.
You know what? I am completely okay with both.
Yep.
Some of our best episodes have come from train wrecks.
That's right. And if you want, you can either watch the shared screen or you can spectate me, Dan. Either way works. See here. Obviously, I haven't found a time that I don't want to keep the quest because I might be discarding right out the bat.
Right.
We have Lakari Sacrifice, Twisting Nether, Silverware Golem, and Darkshire Librarian. I think I'm just going to throw the Twisting Nether. The dream is that we turn 1 Lakari Sacrifice, turn 2 Darkshire Librarian into discarding Silverware Golem.
Yep.
That's the absolute nuts.
Sounds solid
It's
to
actually
me.
really, and we drew right into our second Twisting Nether, which is fine. We have lots of board clear in this deck.
Yeah, but that's what, 1 in 20.
It's pretty bad.
Odds?
So we're going to Lakari Sacrifice. Our opponent's going to emote us amazing or wow. It's usually how it happens.
But he didn't.
Oh, no.
He didn't. The Murloc God is granting
Yeah,
us
I just
mercy.
noticed that. Murloc God.
Funny. And here come the pirates.
Oh, yeah. He is straight up going face.
So,
There's so much discard in our hand. This is one of the things that I kept running into with the deck.
Which isn't terrible. I like the Darkshire Librarian, but I'm wondering if I shouldn't Soulfire at one point.
I wouldn't do it already.
I'm gonna Librarian.
All right.
And see what we discard first.
You like hide my eyes.
That's fine. Doomguard is not bad.
Oh,
I think we need to stem the bleeding because I think he's gonna start throwing things down.
Oh yeah.
If we coin into Soulfire now, we have a high chance of getting the Silverware Golem. You want to throw the 50-50?
Why not? You're gonna have to gamble on this one.
See, against this one, it's very aggressive. And I'm killing the pirate, the 1/2 pirate, just in case he has just in case he has the Galaka Crawler in here to eat his own pirates.
Right. All right.
Make him have to eat patches. So we got pretty good tempo on the board, actually. And two discards to our quest.
Stonehill
Defender.
Defender.
That's fine. We can work with it. He's just gonna go face.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that'll be good next turn. Question is do we even bother tapping?
God,
Yes.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think we tap.
Think so?
You have to. You need stuff.
Yep.
If you're gonna do it, now's the
We
time.
tap into. Well, it's all right. We'll clear this. What we got to worry about is turn 5. He's gonna Bloodlust.
Yeah.
It's just it's inevitable. There's no way to stop it. But we just have to make sure that we're not in a position to die from Bloodlust. So he's filling up the board pretty wide. Okay, Maelstrom Portal. That's not terrible.
Okay,
We're
so
definitely going to be Lakari.
you're definitely gonna Lakari, even with Elise in hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is where you just kind of have to just grab your seat and go because
Yeah, you need the
goal
taunt,
is
or
to
you're
get
just
the
gonna
disc.
keep getting run over.
Yeah, the taunt is really going to help us. He's going into a Bloodlust turn.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm hoping to burn a Bloodlust.
We're gonna get
I
Nether
really
and
don't-
Elise.
I don't want to discard the Darkshire Librarian. Other than that, I'm really fine with it. Wow, good call. Damas again. Which the Twisting Nether is kind of a dead card because if we can get to turn 8, then we're probably winning anyways. If we can't get to turn 8, then he's just doing it right. Oh my goodness. Oh,
that's a mighty big taunt.
Okay, so
can't really do anything about it because if we discard Siphon Soul, well, no, I guess. Oh gosh.
we really need the Siphon Soul next turn, but my worry is it'll be too little, too late at that point, anyways.
So let's go ahead and tap.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. The other Twisting Nether.
Do we just see that's 8? I would.
Yeah, I think you have to pass because we can't really afford to discard any of those.
I mean, he's still using a bit of his board to clear that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was overloaded.
Space. Yeah. Well, this isn't terrible. We can Siphon Soul. Really want to get to our quest fast. I mean, we have the capability. Oh, second Siphon Soul. Siphon Soul?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't let that elemental stick around.
Are we dead to... We're still dead to...
Yeah, we're still dead to Bloodlust.
Yeah, it's 15, 8. It is Bloodlust.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, just Bloodlust.
Is Hellfire still in standard or not?
It is.
You might consider like taking out the Twisting Nethers and putting it in Hellfire or something.
Yeah, it's a possibility. The Corrupting Mist would have been good early. The Corrupting Mist kind of acts as... What, did he mess up?
No, he didn't mess up.
He's just BMing.
Yeah.
At this point. He wants me to concede, but I'm not going to concede. It's bad to concede in that situation. So that is a bad matchup. If we gotten Corrupting Mist early and maybe some Mistress of Mixtures, that might have been better.
Right.
We didn't get any of our early game.
Yeah, and we had to discard Doomguard, and we discarded
Which is,
Twisting
honestly,
Nether.
In that matchup, discarding Doomguard's not terrible. The Lakari Fellhound's is better value. So I think I just keep the Lakari Sacrifice. We have Lakari Sacrifice, Lakari Fellhound, and Gluttonous Ooze.
Yeah, I think you only keep the quest.
It's the Paladin.
Yeah, I think so. Against the Paladin at least. We might have a little bit more time. Wait, King Murgle. What is going on? Are we under Murloc hour? What is going on here?
I don't know.
We're not during Murloc. That's our problem.
And Mad at Arms, I'm not sure what the Twitch stream looks like. I've only got chat pushed out. I actually can't see the stream, so.
Yeah, it's cut out for a second for me and then gone back on. It's a possibility that we haven't really tested the full weight of streaming on Virsica side before, so I don't think the Soulfire is worth it here.
No.
Just tap.
Yeah.
I think we just tap. Yeah. Well, we got 2 Tar Creepers to kind of set us up. The Corrupting Mist may actually be really good here, like in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Tar Creeper. Pretty obvious.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to start getting the discard chain going, but it's not really necessary in this matchup. While Murloc Paladin is fast, it's not like super fast.
Silverware Golem. I would play another Tar Creeper and try and see how much stuff you can bait out and
for a possible Corrupting Mist next turn.
Yep. Or let me see, at 4. Yeah. Or
I mean, I'd love to Malchazar's Imp into Lakari Felhound next turn.
Sure.
That would be ideal. But let's start with the Tar Creeper. And I don't want to risk soul firing.
Right. I would actually go ahead. I was gonna say I'd go ahead and put out the imp.
Well, I expect he could easily trade in if he got any kind of buffs on his like he did there.
Yeah, I would go ahead and Corrupting Mist now.
Corrupting Mist or Malchazar's Imp into Felhound?
I think I would Corrupting Mist.
And then Gluttonous Ooze? Give him something to put into? Or just tap?
No, I wouldn't
yeah, if you Corrupting Mist, he's not going to... I doubt he'll trade with you, depending on what he has in his hand, I would suspect.
So, Gluttonous Ooze, you think?
I would Gluttonous Ooze. And that way you at least have something on the board.
And he'll feel like he has to trade. So that he's not left with nothing. We're almost guaranteed to get a Civil War Golem if we...
Lakari
Felhound.
Well, you could Malchazar's Imp first and then Lakari.
Yeah, I'd love a second Malchazar's Imp to guarantee that we'll get it. No, we didn't get it. Well, that'll be good.
If we keep it.
Yeah, if we keep it. So Malchazar's Imp into Lakari Felhound, you think?
I think.
Yeah.
You say hold.
I don't see any other option.
I don't really see another option either. I was gonna say there is a line where you could Malchazar's Imp, Soulfire, Earthen Ring, Farseer, and then have a 50-50 on the Felhound versus Silverware Golem. That gives you the best maximum reward, but it gives you a 50-50 chance of discarding the Felhound.
Yeah, I don't want to risk. The Felhound's more valuable than the Soulfire. Let's do the Felhound, see if we still have the Soulfire. We do.
Yep.
So now we can Soulfire the 3/4?
Yep.
Discard the Corrupting Mist, that's fine. Ooh, into Doomguard. And we are 3 of 6 in our quest.
Yep.
That's pretty good. Getting the Imp out is real. Ooh. Well, it's not bad.
Oh.
Hmm.
I don't know if Jiraxis is going to be very valuable in this matchup.
I don't know either, but I think Elise could be.
Does that mean we have to tap first before we Doomguard, or... The problem is if we just Elise, then we're not clearing the 3/7.
Yeah, I think you have to tap into Doomguard. And just hope you don't...
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, hope that you don't discard Jiraxis.
Well, I mean, I'd rather... Well, we didn't discard Jiraxis. Yeah. Cool. And into Lakari Felhound. And Soulfire. Wow. So, trade Doomguard and the Civil War Golem?
Yep.
And we are 1 away from completing our quest.
Yep.
So he's going to clear the Doomguard.
Yeah.
He's going to think about clearing the Imp, though. No, he didn't even think about it. Unless he has some way to clear the Imp.
Well, he can clear it next turn.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually like Doomguard more than the Felhound here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And Doomguard's going to put us at our quest.
Yeah.
But we can't Doomguard and do the quest. But we can Soulfire and do the quest.
Let's Soulfire and that completes our quest too.
Yeah, and we can do the quest the same turn.
Yeah.
So you want to Soulfire the 2/3?
Yep.
That's all right. Ooh, that's good. So now we do the quest and Mistress.
Mm-hmm.
And face. Well, the Mistress will give us some healing. Might be just what we need. The Lakari Fellhound may actually help us more than the Doom Guard.
Well, I mean, right now we just want to push face.
Yeah, that's true. So, straight up Consecrate. Wow.
Oh, you got him on the run now.
We do
I
have
can't
him on
believe
the run.
he didn't clear.
He's going Fates.
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't clear one of those.
The Imp, you'd think he would.
Alright, so you run the Silverware Golem. I would run the Silverware Golem into the Megasaur. Because at this point, we have board.
We're not going to use Doom Guard to clear the Megasaur?
We could, yeah, that's fine.
That preserves our Imp, and
Yeah.
our Imp's doing work right.
Well, I mean, I was going to use the Doom Guard to clean up anyway. I was making room on the board.
Oh, gotcha. We'll still have room.
Yeah.
So Doom Guard. See what we draw. Ooh, another Malchazar's Imp. Darkshire Librarian. So we'll clear there. Go face. And then...
I say go ahead and Librarian.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait, well...
Yeah.
It's 5,
fine.
6, 7. We got room.
Yeah.
Ah, there's the Deathwing. Because we don't need the other Malchazar's Imp.
No.
And Paladin's not going to burst us from 11.
No.
Not at this point. And now we can start sacrificing minions because we know we're going to get them back.
Right. I'm running
the
Silver...
Mistress.
I think... Actually, I
Silverware
think...
Golem and Darkshire Librarian?
No, Silverware Golem and one of the imps into the Lord of the Arena.
Okay.
Librarian
Put that
into
back to the same.
Hydrologist.
Oh, it came back.
Okay, the other imp
Redemption.
into the... Yeah.
And then Librarian into Hydrologist. That
Right.
clears us room. Go ahead and Mistress.
Yep.
And then face.
Yep.
He only has one card in his hand.
I think we got him.
And I'm not going to tap because I think we got him.
I think this is looking pretty good.
Hey, Kind Fish, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for everybody popping in the stream tonight. I know we're sans Avanties, but I think we're doing okay.
That should do it, right?
Is it?
That's lethal.
Yeah, it's
Just go ahead
lethal.
and lethal.
It's the math.
You're down one pretentious dude, and you got me instead.
Pretentious. Not avant-garde, Avanties. Are we going to do one more to finish up our best of 3?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the stream's
Sure.
buffering. I'm looking for dropped frames, but it's not showing me that I've got any. But I'm... Let's see, tools.
On the bottom right, I'm not seeing... I do see drop frame 61%.
Wow, it is. Yep.
And
Definitely
it could
buffering.
be something with the with your network connection. We'll try to patch that up for next week, though.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Lakari Sacrifice, obviously, Tar Creeper, Earthring Firstinger, and Malchazar's Imp. With the coin, I like keeping Tar Creeper, and of course Malchazar's Imp, and just throwing back Earthring Firstinger. What do you guys think?
Yep, you don't need that now.
Sound good to you, Virsica?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Alright, looks like I'm back up to 30 frames a second. Remember, I'm not used to carrying the stream, so it could be that the people in my home are punching the internet in the face.
Possible. So just sacrifice? We're not going to coin out the Malchazar's Imp here, are we? We're going to save the coin, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any reason.
I would.
He'll just frostbolt it.
Yeah.
I'd rather
This
coin out the Tar Creeper.
Mage is a tough matchup.
Yeah, it looks like aggro mage or something like that.
Okay,
Something
Yeah,
fast.
I think I would coin out the Tar Creeper.
I like that. I was thinking maybe Corrupting Mist and preserving Tar Creeper for next turn, but since we drew the second Tar Creeper, I like putting out Tar Creeper. No discard yet, which can be a problem.
There's one.
Do we Malchazar's Imp into Darkshire Librarian now and clear the 1/1?
I think so.
No Mirror Entity or Potion of Madness.
Potion of Polymorph.
Yeah, Potion, that's what I meant. Potion of Polymorph. Yeah, that's a rough loss, but I don't know for sure if that would be relevant. Because him putting us at 15 is within Mage's kill range, so.
Right.
I'm excited to see the new Gul'dan Death Knight hero. That's going to be fun. Frostbolt Ping. And of course, he's going to clear the Malchazar's Imp. That's smart.
Yeah, I apologize up front, guys. I know I'm
So
dropping
fun.
frames. I don't know what's going on.
So, I like Tar Creeper, Soulfire, the Worm to preserve our Librarian. Maybe bait out more burn. I know we have a chance of discarding Doomguard, but I think it's worth it.
You know you could play Doomguard next turn?
If I don't discard him.
Hmm.
I mean, we could just Tar Creeper and save, and then trade in the Darkshire Librarian.
I think I like that better.
Yeah.
Gives us another card to draw into. We actually got pretty good discard fodder here.
Yeah.
Corrupting Mist isn't too bad against Mage. Double Valet? No, Play Archanologist.
Oh,
That's
Silver
nice.
Golem. Well, I would Doomguard at this point.
I think so. I think I would Doomguard
and
too.
Start punishing.
Do we clear either one of the minions with the Doomguard?
I don't think so. I think we send it
Oh.
all face.
Just all face?
Yeah.
Alright.
Make him deal with us.
It would have been nice if we discarded the
Golem,
Silver
yeah.
Golem. So he might be in a Blizzard turn. I don't understand the
Frost Nova.
Frost Nova if he's going to do any trading.
He does not want to take another 5.
Do we want to Soulfire that to hope to discard the Silver Golem, since Twisting Nether's kind of a dead card in this matchup?
Tap first. I would.
Do we want to tap first, though? Because we're wanting to raise our chance of discarding
True,
Silver
true.
Golem. I mean, normally, by Fred rules, yes, we tap first. But in this case, what do you think, Virsica?
I think we definitely have to test for counterspell with Soulfire, so I think
I think it's
Soulfire on the
probably
Valet, yeah.
It's Counterspell.
Yep.
Okay. Now we tap.
I think we go.
Just
with-
toss-
Gluttonous Ooze.
toss it
he
out?
may play Medivh.
Are we getting that far?
He's
guess
not
we
really
probably-
pressure,
Yeah.
I guess.
Do we go ahead and do we just pass?
I,
Or do
think,
we
I
go ahead and put out
almost
the
think
skull?
we just go ahead and put the Golem out. No point in
Yeah.
just leaving 3 mana saves sticking around.
That's true. That's true. And it threatens the Valet. It does work. Servant of Yogg-Saron main decked.
Yeah, I think he's playing
And a-
Medivh.
Dead card. Oh, that trade's even. Stonehill first or tap first?
Well, he's gonna Alex Straws in 2 turns if he's got it. I think I would tap first.
If we Stonehill and draw into Lakari Fellhound, we can play it this turn.
Right, but I think we don't want to discard the ooze.
Okay. Well, that's good. So
Yeah.
clear the 5/4 or face?
I think I would play the
I would-
Stonehill.
Play Stonehill? Okay.
Oh, I'd keep the Primordial. You
Yeah.
could even play that next turn.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the Primordial here too. Over the Thespian and the Gold Star equipment.
And then I think I
Your
just go
face.
face. Yep.
Face is the place.
I'm holding on to Malcazar's. I obviously want to see if we can get some more discard fodder. We're not really far on our quest. We're 3 of 6. We're halfway there. Good call. Good call. When you're right, you're right. And sometimes you're right.
Yeah, I
But
think
we don't deal with Medivh this turn.
it's okay. I think we just we go ahead and plan on twisting Nethering next turn. We gluttonous this turn. Gain the
So
armor.
ooze.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Do we clear the 5/3?
No, if you're gonna twisting Nether next turn, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I would just go ahead and push face.
A lot of face damage. That's
Yeah.
12 potential. That puts us at 12. Right
yeah.
there.
But we get Earthring Farseer too.
Just go face
I would go
Mhm.
face. Yeah.
and then pass.
I would play the Earthring Farseer.
And no tap, right?
No tap.
I didn't think we were going to tap.
No. I mean, there's a good chance if he's got Alex Raza, we're going down to 15 and then down to 4, but he's got to have Alex Raza, which he doesn't have.
So there's a Fireball King. And he's just going to go face. Oh, that's not good.
That's counterspell.
You need to draw Soul Fire.
Siphon Soul works.
Siphon Soul?
Do we have Second Soul on Medivh to test for
Yep.
counterspell?
Yep.
I would.
Ah, it's not counterspell.
Good, so we just punished him then. Malchazar's Imp.
And do we trade into the Ooze? Trade the Ooze in?
I would trade the Farseer in.
Okay.
Not that I don't think they
That's Ice Block, so
Yeah.
we don't
Probably
have so.
Ice Barrier, yeah.
Yeah, that's Ice Barrier and Ice Block,
We
so
got a
that's
problem.
barrier.
Yeah.
And then just pass?
You only got 2 cards. Alex Raza's no longer a real red.
I tap.
I think I tap. Yep.
Tap blast. Sorry, Fred. I like, we drew into the Mistress Mixtures, which really wouldn't affect turn. Spend 1 damage on Ooze, so it trades in.
No mistress. If you needed a life that much, you could play both mistresses and then the
Yeah,
trade.
we don't want to get too far over 15 because then Alex becomes a concern.
Well, then tap.
Tap.
Who is Elise? They double trade into Elise?
Play Elise.
Yeah,
I would.
I like double trade in too, at least.
Just because the primordial trade is just as bad. Puts us in the same position we are now.
Right.
Elise. Do we go ahead and put 1 Mistress out?
I think so.
That way there's a threat of healing if he does any board players?
Right.
I like that. And save the other Mistress. Oh, the Search of Yogg-Saron throwing me. Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one. Soul Fire.
Yeah, but we don't get anything from it.
Yeah.
Well, it'll get us another step towards our quest.
Yeah,
We tap
but I
first?
think we're low enough. What would you think about running the Mistress into the Servant of Yogg-Saron, playing Primordial Drake, running
Like
a
it.
face in, and putting down a second Mistress of Mixtures?
I like it.
And we could actually even Soul Fire then, and we only discard Twist together.
I like it. I like it. So trade, face, Drake, Mistress in the middle. So fire face?
Yep.
Okay. Because the other's really a kind of a dead card.
It
If he
is-
puts any threat, it's going to be a big threat.
Right.
And we still have Deathwing if we have to. But he's setting up for
Blizzard.
Blizzard, yeah. So we're going to have to trade this turn. Oh, no, Cataclysm. Why would he? I don't. I guess the one
That was
damage.
in
The one damage on the Manworm is worth it being a 2/1.
Maybe.
I
Tap.
don't know
Yeah.
if I would have done that.
I don't
Tap.
agree. You got tap.
Oh, we can't Deathwing.
Nope, and we can't play Librarian.
Uh,
So
no.
we can't Librarian because of Deathwing. So I'd say we pass, and next turn Deathwing will finish our quest.
Yep.
So hopefully he draws a minion, and he did.
No secrets left in the deck.
No secrets left the deck, so that means that's a wait. So he's only running 1 ice block then.
There you go.
Deathwing?
Deathwing.
Deathwing? Can I
Yep.
Deathwing?
Yep.
Deathwing? Yeah! And then we get the quest in our hand, which
Oh,
This
that's
is
it. I haven't seen the new animation for it. That was pretty cool.
pretty sweet. It even happens when he's summoned. So now he has a Deathwing in his face. And then he's going to guarantee being, oh,
Wow.
that's fine. That's fine. We get
Probably
it.
more off the
Top 10
top.
king. So yeah, definitely another portal.
Portal and then Lucari Fountain
Yep.
Yep.
on the end.
Yep. And then run that 1/1 in there.
Yep. That's fine.
Roll that
That's
beautiful fleet
fine.
spinach.
I don't know what he can do now. Frostbolt on the 3/8. He could have killed the imp. And it's the same amount of damage. I don't know if I agree with some of his plays here.
I would go ahead and pat.
Tap.
Yep.
Mhm.
I would play
So
it.
we just hold it, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to get it down to Power Blast range, though.
Nope. You're exactly 100% okay with this because now
That's
we're
fine. Ooh,
wow.
Hmm.
That was lucky.
Well,
that was kind of like, he can't do nothing. He wants to get rid of this so bad. I love the portal. It can't be removed. So,
no, but you're just gonna have to siphon soul and
I would actually not siphon soul.
no.
I would go ahead and clear the abomination because we've not
Straight.
done Eldrazi yet.
Yeah. Okay. True. Just save it.
Yeah.
Of
it's
course.
going to clear our whole board. Can't afford tap, though, right?
No.
Because of Fire Blast.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead and in turn.
We may have to siphon soul our own imp.
That's
to
what
keep
I'm
up.
Oh,
Oh, Yox.
There. Okay. Shadow Death on his own. Yes. Bye bye, Alex. See ya. Yeah, there you go.
oh, there goes the conceit.
Wow.
This is a fun deck. We are 2-1 tonight.
2-1.
So that's,
That
we
was
won the
interesting.
night.
and we
Yeah.
won the night. We haven't lost many nights.
Yeah.
I think it was brought up to us when we were down in DreamHack that we haven't actually lost many nights.
All right.
So
Well,
thoughts on the deck? I mean, I know my thoughts. I love it. It's fun. But what are you guys' thoughts, Dan?
No, I like that as a man. Maybe with a couple more tweaks from what's coming in the new set. Maybe that'll be like a real top tier deck possibly. That was pretty interesting. I liked how all that worked with the discarding and getting the quest going. I'd never seen anybody pull off. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe I'm sure once or twice along the way, maybe, but I haven't seen anyone really pull off the quest that much.
Well, it's rare to pull off the quest, and it's rare to pull off Deathwing, and we pulled them both off in one game.
I know that's pretty good.
I liked it.
Alright.
It's a gamble, and I like I'm not a huge fan of RNG. You guys know that, but I do like having to make decisions that are impactful.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in this deck, every decision you make is impactful because you have to take chances with it, and those chances directly affect your ability to win. And
Yeah, the way I like to see it is not so much making random RNG decisions or let me just let RNG make the fate. It's about making informed decisions, setting your hand up in a way that you raise the chance of discarding what you want and not discarding what you don't want.
Exactly.
If a card is valuable, then don't use discard effect. It's completely in your control. Now, if you just willy-nilly throw every discard effect out every time you see it, then of course you lose control. So it is a high skill cap deck, and Brian Kibler pilots it very well. And I thought maybe I can emulate that. And so far, I've been about 50%. I think that put me just over 50%. So I'm excited to play with it more, especially when the new set comes out.
Nice. All right, so I guess that'll do it. Thanks a lot for coming on, Dan, and
Glad to
filling
do
in.
it.
And yeah, sorry about all the drop frames, guys. The YouTube video, I guess, will hopefully be better.
Yes,
and
it
Avanties
should
will
be.
he'll have that up tomorrow, as I will go ahead and get that to him as soon as I finish the stream up. And I guess anything else you guys want to add?
No, just
Nope.
excited for everything that's happening. Thanks chat for kicking along tonight. We appreciate you guys being active.
Yep.
We have one of the best chats in all the live podcasts I've ever seen. No offense to our coach, of course.
No worries. We only do these live streams like once a month or so, so it's not like we do it all the time or anything. And all right, all you, keep it metal, and I guess we're out. Lights up, house up. Hey, you over there. Okay. Well,
He's back in the roadie mode. We'll see.
yeah, he's chasing people down. It's not even here. Goodness.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Sock puppets.
can't tell if we're clear or not. We might be clear. It's still saying stopping stream, so I'm not sure what it's doing.
It likely has stopped by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're a bit delayed on the
What's going